A woman's rebellion. Boudica was the queen of the Iceni tribe of British Celts. Her husband Prasutagus was king of what is now East Anglia, which along with southern Britain had been ruled by Rome since its conquest under Emperor Claudius in AD 44. When Prasutagus died, he left the kingdom jointly to his daughters and the Roman Emperor now Nero, as was traditional for client kings. But under Nero and his corrupt henchmen, the kingdom was annexed, and the governor of Britain, Gaius Suetonius Paulinus, ordered that the widow Boudica be flogged and her daughters raped. At the same time, the courtier and philosopher Seneca is said to have called in his British loans, adding a financial motive to the rebellion. While the governor was campaigning on the island of Anglesey off Wales, Boudica attacked the Romans, storming the towns of Camulodunum, modern Colchester, and Londinium, London. It looked as if much of the island was lost, and Nero discussed whether to abandon Britain, but his governor defeated Boudica, who probably committed suicide. At the height of her victories after the defeat of the 9th Legion, Boudica gives this speech, recorded by the historian Tacitus, whose father-in-law Agricola was on Paulinus's staff during the revolt, so it is likely it is based on the accounts of Iceni prisoners.
It is not as a woman descended from noble ancestry, but as one of the people, that I am avenging lost freedom, my scourged body, the outraged chastity of my daughters. Roman lust has gone so far that not our very persons, nor even age or virginity, are left unpolluted. But heaven is on the side of a righteous vengeance. A legion which dared to fight has perished. The rest are hiding themselves in their camp or are thinking anxiously of flight. They will not sustain even the din and the shout of so many thousands, much less our charge and our blows. If you weigh well the strength of the armies and the causes of the war, you will see that in this battle you must conquer or die. This is a woman's resolve. As for men, they may live and be slaves.
Elizabeth I, The Heart and Stomach of a King, 8th of August, 1588. This is one of the great speeches of resistance, but it also faces up to the challenge of being a female leader in an age of male leaders. After the Catholic rule of her elder half-sister Queen Mary, who had married the greatest Catholic monarch Philip II of Spain, the throne passed to the remarkable Elizabeth, daughter of Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn. Philip, who had until recently been King of England by marriage, hoped that the young queen would at least indulge Catholics and considered whether to marry her too. When Philip learned that Elizabeth was a devout Protestant, hostile to Spain and Catholicism, and furthermore a strong politician, he planned her assassination. Elizabeth licensed her semi-official privateers, the so-called Sea Dogs, among whom was Sir Francis Drake, to raid Spanish treasure fleets, while in 1584, Spanish atrocities in Holland finally pushed her to send a small army under her favourite, the Earl of Leicester, to fight with the Dutch rebels. Philip decided to send an armada to invade England. In 1688, 130 ships bearing 18,000 soldiers set sail to link up with a further 30,000 men in the Spanish Netherlands. Elizabeth faced panic on all sides as she mustered an army, more of a makeshift militia, at Tilbury and deployed the fleet in the Channel under Admirals Lord Howard of Effingham and Drake. On the 28th and 29th of July, her admirals sent in fireships that destroyed many Spanish ships and forced others out to sea. Little of the armada returned to Spain. But before the news reaches Elizabeth, she inspects the army, accompanied by her dashing new favourite, the Earl of Essex, and gives this speech. Her command of English, as seen in her many letters and speeches, is masterful. She survived the crisis, and while most histories claim Spain did not threaten England again, Philip sent 2 further armadas. Both failed.